We hope you're ready to relax and perhaps drift off to a peaceful night's sleep. Tonight, we have a reading about blankets, sourced from Wikipedia.org. Wikipedia is one of the largest encyclopedias of human knowledge, and thanks to generous donors, it remains free and accessible to everyone. You can find a link to the original article in the description. Disclaimer: this channel is not affiliated with Wikipedia in any way. However, if you love Wikipedia as much as we do, please consider donating to the official site. Link in description. Blankets, an introduction. A blanket is a swath of soft cloth large enough either to cover or to enfold most of the user's body, and thick enough to keep the body warm by trapping radiant body heat that otherwise would be lost through convection. Etymology: the term arose from the generalization of a specific fabric called blankie, a heavily napped undyed woolen weave. A popular theory has that the name derives from an eponymous Thomas Blanket, a Flemish weaver who lived in Bristol, England, in the 14th century. However, earlier usage of the term is possible as a borrowing of the Old French word blanket for the type of fabric, attested as early as 1278, and deriving from the adjective blanc, meaning white. William Shakespeare is recognized as the first person to use the verb blanket, meaning to cover with or as with a blanket. In the play King Lear, published in 1608, the character Edgar says, "My face I'll grime with filth, blanket my loins, else all my hair with knots." History: an ancient form of blanket is recorded as kambala. The 7th century Chinese traveler and scholar Xuanzang mentioned the stuff in his travelogue of his journey to India in 629–645 C. He refers to kambala as a woolen material made from sheep or goat's hair. He categorized it as a kind of material for clothing. The Sanskrit meaning of kambala is a woolen blanket. According to India's ancient text, the Atharva Veda, kambala is a generic term for materials such as shawls and blankets. Pandu kambala was a type of kambala from Gandhara. Ancient Indian scholar P. Gini mentioned Pandu kambala from the upper parts of Gandhara. The place was Udayana, which was famous for the said blankets. Some more variations of old Indian blankets are Kikalaka, Kalamitika, Tulikakam, Varavana, Saramitika, Paristoma, Samanatabhad, Turangastaranam, Varnakam, Paristoma, Samanatabhad. Coarse qualities were used by farmers and herdsmen. Some of them were used to spread out on the backs of animals like horses, elephants, and bullocks. Types: many types of blanket material, such as wool, are used because they are thicker and have more substantial fabric to them, but cotton can also be used for light blankets. Wool blankets are warmer and also relatively slow to burn compared to cotton. The most common types of blankets are woven acrylic, knitted polyester, mink, cotton, fleece and wool. Blankets also come with exotic crafting and exotic material, such as crocheted Afghan or a silk covering. The term blanket is often interchanged with comforter, quilt, and duvet, as they all have similar uses. Uses: blankets have been used by militaries for many centuries. Militaries are some of the biggest single consumers of woolen blankets. Military blankets tend to be coarse gray, with thick fibers of over 20 microns. Special blankets known as baby blankets are used to protect infants from the cold. Small children and some adults may also use a blanket as a comfort object. Blankets may be spread on the ground for a picnic, or where people want to sit in a grassy or muddy area without soiling their clothing. Temporary blankets have been designed for this purpose. We hope you are now either asleep or at least more relaxed than before your time listening to Blankets, an introduction. Some sections may have been altered to adhere to YouTube guidelines and make this more appropriate for all ages. Again, this channel is not affiliated with Wikipedia. If you love Wikipedia as much as we do, please consider donating to the official site. That link and one to the original article are in description. And with that, thank you for listening to Wiki-Nightcap, where you can let your mind wander through the world of Wikipedia as you drift off to sleep.